Okay, welcome back. Candidate Conversations with Skye. I'm so happy to be here with Johanna Carmona. She's running for New York State Assembly District 37. Let's get to know her a little bit. Johanna, tell us about your background for people that don't know you.
Of course. Thank you, Skye, for having me. My name is Johanna Carmona. I am running for Assembly District 37. And for me, the reason I'm running is started at a very young age. I'm born and raised in Sunnyside, which is part of the district, which includes Long Island City, Maspeth, and Ridgewood as well. But for me, my family actually came here from Columbia and my parents met here in Queens, and they had my twin sister and I. And frankly, growing up in Sunnyside, I was able to access so many different programs that really helped aid in my education. But in addition to that, it was when I was very young, when I was about 3 years old, my mother suffered a stroke, and it was honestly this community that rallied up behind us. And it was from babysitters to the woman that taught my father how to cook. But in addition to that, there were programs that facilitated my mom's medical care afterwards when she came back from the hospital, and that consisted of physical therapy, occupational, but in addition to that, it was a home health aid that we received through a non-for-profit, and she's been with us for 20 years. And even that non-for-profit, I was able to do my SAT prep at. And for me, it was honestly just all these benefits that we were able to grow, and this wonderful community that's so supportive that led to me to become an attorney, which I started off because I do come from a lower income background, family of 30,000. And I wanted to do the law thing, but I knew I needed to save some money. So I became a paralegal first, then went to law school. And afterwards I graduated and went on to work at the Brooklyn DA's office with Ken Thompson. And then after he passed, Eric Gonzalez, where I was in the Special Victims Bureau for a little over 3 years. And that consisted of sex crimes and child abuse. I left after that time. I went back to private practice where I handled the 9/11 Victim Compensation Fund matters, and then as a senior associate litigated the Child Victim Act cases. I did run back in June 2022, and during that campaign, I actually met a judge, and from there, his court attorney was leaving, so he actually hired me as his court attorney. Here at Queens County Civil Court, there I handled arbitration, mediation, judicial decisions, but mostly focusing on a lot of pro se litigation. My judge retired, and then now I currently work for Speaker Adrian Adams as legislative administrative manager, focusing on bills, specifically some union bills, as well as doing recommendations for oversight, and as well as working on a 5-borough program to combat defraud.
So you understand the law, the system, the community. Why run for public office now? Why is this the right time for you?
Frankly, we've gone, the current individual that's in the position has been ineffective. There have been no bills passed. There has been issues when it comes to funding, some cuts to a lot of the non-for-profits, but just ineffectiveness. And I feel that bringing my background and also my connection to this community, knowing at the pulse the issues at their core, and then bringing that background that I have, as well as the passion that I have, the love that I have for District 37.
So tell us a little bit more about your passion and love. You mentioned you're a twin. Are you an identical twin or a fraternal twin?
I'm an identical twin, and clearly my sister and I were not big seekers for money because she also went into public service. She is a guidance counselor with the at the DOE in Brooklyn. She's a bilingual guidance counselor, and on the side, she's a mental health therapist.
That's beautiful. That's my sister does something similar. Actually, we're not twins though.
She's amazing. Like the fact that she handles all this, and she's been so supportive in the campaign as well. So she works really, really hard. So I give it all out, shout out to all educators out there.
So what's it been like going door to door now, knowing that the primary is coming up?
It's been really, it's been positive. It's been humbling. And I will say that there's been some doors where specifically there were 2 sisters that I actually was door knocking on, and we did research on you, we loved you, we're actually survivors, and we thank you for believing in survivors and doing the work that you do. And to me, that just was like, even though that wasn't specifically community based, it's my other work as well that has been incorporating and actually touching voters, which has been it's been very, very like heart-filling for sure.
When you talk about your background, it sounds like you're driven by your passion, which is your education and is your interest. And now to take it to public service is like the icing on the cake with being able to live your passion every day. Are there any other passions or hobbies that you have that are either related to work or not related to work?
So for me, anyone that knows me, I love spending time with my Maltese, Lola. But in addition, she's amazing. She's
Now I have to grab my Maltese.
so cute. I wish I like she's at my parents right now because of the campaign, but she is like a total diva. She is the best.
How old is she?
He is gonna be 9 next month.
Well,
And no, she still behaves like a puppy. She's the sweetest. Yeah. And she survived law school with me, so she, she's wonderful.
beautiful.
Yes, and a lot for me is honestly spending time as much little time that we have during this campaign. I do love spending with my family because when you're campaigning, you're always eating like on the go, and with them, there's nothing like homemade food and like being able to enjoy. Like my father's very typical, so it's a lot of rice and beans, like soups and stuff like that. So, but it's still like, oh, it's a comfort food for me.
I was gonna say, is it Colombian food?
Yeah, yeah.
Like what?
All
Arepas?
Arepas, like every breakfast, if I make it, there's arepas and perico, which is kind of a version of scrambled eggs, but like Colombian style. They have like peppers, tomatoes, but like there's like sazon on it, so it's very, very good. So any chance I'm able to get or sneak in to go see my parents, I know they have like a nice meal for me.
That's beautiful. And your twin sister, you see her a lot?
Yes, yes. Like I said, she's been involved, but we're also very excited because she's expecting. So she's due a month after the primary. So it's like perfect timing.
Aw, that's beautiful. Okay, Johanna, we learned a little bit about you, your background, your interests, your passion, your Maltese, your family, the Colombian heritage. And we wish you luck, and we'll continue looking out for this campaign, Assembly District 37, the primary in June. Good luck to you.
Thank you so much, Skye.